In the northern Basque region of Spain is the city of Bergara, home to our factory. And just like every other day of the year, our team is hard at work producing B-14 rifles. First stop for the raw steel bars from the Olara steel mill is the straightening machine. Each bar is tested for straightness before moving on to the deep hole drilling station, where 4 specialized drill bits drill a perfect hole through the length of each bar. Our product development manager, Dan Hannes, took us through the bore creation process.
After deep hole drilling, the next step in the process is to hone the bore. After honing is the button rifling. Putting the rifling in the bore by pulling a button all the way through it. The next step is to ensure that the rifling is correct and true. We check it from one end all the way to the other, utilizing a bore scope.
Once the barrels return from being stress relieved, each rifle blank receives a taper. After the initial machining process, each barrel will be tested for concentricity. Depending upon the application, the barrel will also be threaded. The technician then polishes the chamber and measures for tolerance. After a final inspection of the chamber, this barrel will move on to the bluing station. Each receiver starts out as a short cylindrical blank. First, the blank is threaded for the barrel. Once the threads are verified, the outer dimensions are machined. After a visual inspection, the receiver is ready for bluing. In another cell, bolt bodies are being machined. First, the hole for the firing pin assembly is made. Then the bolt is precision measured and the rest of the body is machined out. After some go, no-go testing, the bolt will receive a handle. Then it'll move on to the bolt assembly cell. After fabrication, the firing pin assembly is installed into the bolt body. And it's tested. The trigger is attached, and it's tested for pull weight. All components in the factory are subject to quality control checks at every point in the manufacturing process. They are checked for uniformity on the multi-axis measuring table. Next, the barrels and receivers move to the chemical baths for bluing. In the assembly cell, the barrel is installed on the receiver. And then torqued to spec. Headspace is confirmed, and the caliber and logo are laser etched onto the barreled action. Once the barreled action is outfitted with the stock and other components, it's visually inspected and it moves on to the proofing area. In the proofing area, every rifle is tested with an overpressure proof load and is inspected by a representative of the Spanish proof house. The rifles are also accuracy tested at 100 yards at our indoor shooting facility. In the final area, each rifle is labeled, prepared for shipping, and then loaded into containers.